This video is created by Jagrat Creation. It is on redemption of debentures. I wish to solve one sum here before you, wherein own debentures are purchased. Part of the own debentures purchased are being cancelled. Some of the own debentures purchased are sold, and some of the old debentures are maintained or ownership is kept by the company till the end of the accounting period. These three concepts I want to make clear by taking one sum. I wish to observe this sum on the screen, wherein I intend to explain these three concepts. With three concepts: one, own debentures are purchased. Out of own debentures purchased, some of the debentures are cancelled, so debenture liability is redeemed. Some of the old debentures are once again sold in the market. And at the end of the accounting period, own debentures purchased, which are not cancelled, not sold, are left with the company. On 1st of April 2016, MK Limited ledger, 9% debentures MP appeared with the opening balance of 50 lakhs divided into 50,000 fully paid up debentures of 100 each issued at par. So debenture liability is 50 lakhs as on 1st of April 2016. Interest on debenture is paid half yearly on 30th September and 31st of March every year. So half yearly interest is paid and the date of interest is 30th September and 31st of March. On 31st of May 2016, company purchased 8,000 debentures of its own at 98x interest per debenture. So 8,000 debentures are purchased. So company has purchased its own debenture. Own debenture purchase means purchase of own debenture is like a purchase of investment. So it is an asset for the company, and there is an obligation in the balance sheet of a company under the title of debentures. So own debenture are purchased means investments are purchased, but those investments are titled as own debentures. Now when the investments are purchased, remember one very important thing, or remind the concept of investment account that you have studied. So whenever the investment, fixed interest bearing security, or whenever the such investments are purchased, at the time of purchase of investment, you are required to pay interest till the date of purchase, starting from which date? From the last date of interest. So here the debentures are purchased on 31st of May. Last interest was paid on 31st of March. So 31st March to 31st of May, 2 months are there. So when I purchase investments, I am required to pay interest for 2 months. Which 2 months? From the last date of interest till the date of purchase. 2 months interest I am required to pay to the purchaser. Why I am required to pay to the seller? I am a purchaser. So when I purchase the investment, I am required to pay interest. 2 months interest is payable. Now this 2 months interest payable will be recovered by me on 30th September, when I am going to get 6 months interest from 6 months interest, because I am entitled to have 6 months interest on the interest date. I have already paid 2 months interest. My investment is also for 4 months. So 4 months interest on own debenture is my income. So on 31st of May, company purchased 8,000 own debentures at 98x interest. On 31st of December 2016, cancel 5,000 debentures out of 8,000. So out of 8,000 debentures, 5,000 debentures are cancelled. So liability to the extent of 5,000 debentures gets redeemed. On 31st of January 2007, he resold 2,000 own debenture in the market at 101x interest. So 8,000 purchased, 5,000 cancelled, 2,000 are sold, 1,000 debentures are left with the company at the end of the accounting period. So this is what we are supposed to account for in this sum. You are required to prepare own debenture account, interest on debenture account, interest on own debenture account. So these are the accounts that we are required to prepare. Over and above, we are going to prepare debenture liability account. Let us start. So this is the details of the sum. Own debenture account, interest on debenture, 9% debenture account. What is the liability? On 1st of April, the interest is payable half yearly on 30th September and 31st of March. Let me write down at the top so that I can prepare own debenture account conveniently considering the date of interest thereon. Now debenture liability is 50 lakhs. So on 1st of April 2016, opening balance is 15 lakhs. Now, how many transactions are there? First transaction. On 31st of May 2016, 8,000 own debentures are purchased. First transaction. Then next transaction occurs 31st of December 2016. But in between these two dates, 30th September turns up. On that date, I am required to pay debenture interest to the debenture holders. And the number of debentures are held by company itself. On that, own debenture interest is going to be received. So first transaction will be recorded on 31st of May. Next transaction will be recorded on 30th September for interest payment. Then on 31st of December 2016, cancel 5,000 debenture transaction will be recorded. Now 31st of December. On 31st of January, resold 2,000 debenture transaction will be recorded. And on 31st of March 2017, once again interest entry is going to be recorded. Now see, 30th September purchase entry. Cancellation entry is allied to sales entry. Sales entry is also sales entry and closing balance carried forward. Let me take care of first transaction. On 31st of May, company purchased 8,000 debentures. 8,000 debentures are purchased. Each debenture is of 100 each. So 8 lakhs is the face value of debenture purchased. So debentures are purchased. They are identified as own debenture. It is just like purchase of investment. When the investments or own debentures are purchased, own debenture account debit. And the face value column will be debited with 8 lakhs. Now see. 8 lakhs is the face value of debenture purchased. When I purchase investment in this fashion, known as own debenture, I am required to pay interest till the date of transaction, starting from last date of interest payment. Last date of interest payment is 31st of March. Purchase date is 31st of May. So I am required to pay 2 months interest at the time of purchase. Here I am given the price X interest. X interest is the price wherein interest element is not embedded. So 5,000 into 98 or 8 lakhs into 98%. 8 lakhs into 98% is the purchase price. Purchase price will be recorded in the cost column. So 8 lakhs into 98%, this is the purchase price, X interest purchase price. So I am required to pay the purchase price. Over and above, I am required to pay 2 months interest. So 2 months interest on 8 lakhs. 2 months interest on 8 lakhs at 9%. That works out to be 12,000. So total amount paid is this much. Journal entry. In cost column, I will debit own interest account debit. Interest paid will be debited. Interest on own debentures account debit to bank account credit. This is the journal entry. So here 12,000 interest is debited, cost is debited. This is how the purchase entry is recorded. At the time of purchase, I have paid 2 months interest. On the interest date, I will receive 6 months interest. So 6 months interest will be received. 2 months interest is paid. 4 months is the interest income that I should earn. Because my investment in this debenture from 31st of May till the next date of interest is standing. So this is how the first purchase entry is recorded. After recording this purchase entry, as I told to you, next entry will be interest payment on 30th September 2016. Now, what are the total debentures? 50 lakhs. 50 lakhs is the total debenture liability on which interest is payable by the company. Out of that, 8 lakh debentures are held by the company. For that, interest on own debenture is there. And remaining debentures are held by outsiders. Outsiders will be paid interest on debenture in cash or bank or by check. So, total debenture liability is 50 lakhs. Own debentures are 8 lakhs. Held by outsiders 42 lakhs. Interest at the rate of 9% for 6 months is payable. 2,25,000. Out of that, 9% 6 months interest on 8 lakhs is the interest on own debentures. So, and 42 lakhs into 9% into 6 by 12, this is the interest payable to the outsiders. Now, how the debenture interest entry is to be recorded? Debenture interest account debit to interest on own debentures account credit to bank account credit. So, debenture interest account debit, interest on own debentures account credit to bank account credit. This is a payment to outsider. Interest on own debenture is my income. That will be credited to interest column. So, debenture interest account debit to interest on own debenture account credit 36,000. Amount paid to outsiders, debenture interest account debit to bank account. This is how interest payment entry gets recorded. What has happened? I paid interest for 2 months. I earned the interest for 6 months. 4 months is my interest income on own debentures. That is credited to interest account. Now, next transaction. Now, on 31st of December, 5,000 debentures are cancelled. 5,000 debentures. Out of 8,000 debentures acquired on 1/31/3, they are cancelled. So, debentures are cancelled, so liability is paid. 5,000 debentures are cancelled. So, value redeemed is 5,000 into 100. 5 lakhs is the exchange value. Debenture liability to the extent of 5 lakh is redeemed. So, debenture liability account debit 5 lakh to own debenture account credit 5 lakhs. That is the cancellation entry. So, 5,000 into 5 lakh, face value 5 lakhs. These debentures were purchased at the 98% price. So, 5 lakh into 98 is the purchase price. So, profit on cancellation is 10,000. That will be transferred to capital reserve. So, debenture liability account debit 5 lakhs to own debenture account credit 5 lakhs. So, here 5 lakh is credited. 5 lakh is the face value, 5 lakh is the cost. And 10,000 is the profit on cancellation that is transferred to capital reserve. For that entry is to be recorded cost and sales value. Difference between the two is known as capital reserve here in this case. So, own debentures account debit to capital reserve account credit. So, own debenture account debit to capital reserve account credit. This is how the profit on cancellation is transferred to capital reserve. Now, this cancellation is alike. This cancellation is alike to sale of investment. And when you sell investment or when you cancel own debenture, you earn the interest on own debenture till the date of cancellation. Remember one thing, very important thing. When you purchase investment, you are required to pay interest till the date of purchase. When you sell or cancel the debenture, you earn interest till the date of cancellation or till the date of sale. So, I am going to earn interest on own debenture till the date of cancellation. Date of cancellation is 31st of December. Last interest was paid on 30th September. So, 3 months interest. 3 months interest on own debenture will be recorded. So, here interest on cancellation of debenture is for 3 months. 5 lakhs into 9% 3 months. This is the interest. This debenture interest account debit to interest on own debenture account credit. So, debenture interest account debit to interest on own debenture account credit. This is how entry is to be recorded. So, this is how cancellation entry is done. For cancellation, debenture liability account debit to investment in own debenture account credit. The difference between purchase price of investment and the face value of debenture cancel is known as profit, that is transferred to capital reserve. And remember one important thing, the day on which you cancel the debenture, you are required to record the entry for interest received on own debenture till the date of cancellation, starting from which date? Starting from last date of payment of interest. So this is an important entry. This is how cancellation entry is done. Next. After that, on 31st of January 2000, own debenture in the market at 101x interest sold. So 2000 own debentures are sold. When you sell, X interest price is the sales value that is to be compared with the purchase price. So profit on sale of investment will occur. So investments are sold. Profit on sale of investment occurs. And you earn interest on this own debenture till the date of sale, starting from last date of interest. So here 2000 into 101 is the sales price. They were purchased at 98. So this is the cost of purchase. This is the profit on sale. Now when you sell, you are earning interest till the date of sale. Date of sale is 31st of January. Last interest was paid on 30th September. October, November, December and January, 4 months interest you are entitled to. So 4 months interest will be calculated. So 4 months interest on 2 lakhs at the 9% into 4 months. This is the interest that I am going to receive. Now the journal entry. Bank account debit 2 lakh 2000 plus interest. Bank account debit to investment in own debentures account credit to interest on own debentures account credit. So this is the sales proceeds 2 lakh 2000. This is the interest. 6,000 is the profit on sale that will be transferred to profit and loss account. So own debenture account debit to profit and loss account credit. So here own debenture account debit to profit and loss account credit 6,000. This is how sales entry is recorded. What are the important points one should always remember when he records the sales entry? Sales proceeds are credited to own debenture investment account. Interest is receivable till the date of sale, starting from last date of interest, and profit on sale or loss on sale of investment should be calculated and accounted for. So this is how sales entry is recorded. After that, 31st of March, interest date will come. So this is the closing balance of debentures, 45 lakhs. So on 31st of March, you are required to pay interest on the liability of 45 lakhs. Out of that, 8 lakh minus 7 lakhs, 1 lakh own debentures are held by you. So you are required to pay interest to the outsiders, 45 lakhs minus 1 lakh, 44 lakh debentures on which you are required to pay interest to the outsiders. For that, checks are going to be issued. And on 1 lakh debenture held by you, own debenture held by you, on that interest on own debenture will be calculated. So total interest on 31st of March. See, 1 lakh is the own debenture held by me. And its value at the rate of 98,000. Now, 45 lakhs is the total debenture. Own debenture are 1 lakh. 44 lakhs held by the outsiders. 9% interest at the rate for 6 months. This is the total interest payable on 1 lakh interest on own debenture. It is not to be paid by issue check, but it is to be accounted for. And 44 lakhs into 9% into 6 by 12, this is the interest payable to outsiders. So debenture interest account debit, interest on own debenture income account credit to bank account credit. So here, own interest, debenture interest account debit to interest on own debenture account credit, debenture interest account debit to bank account credit. This is how interest payment entries will be recorded. This total debenture interest paid during the year will be transferred to profit and loss account at the end of the year. And here, the interest on own debenture income from the 12,000 paid will be deducted. So net income on interest on old debenture also will be transferred to profit and loss account. So 57,750 minus 12,000. So that works out to be 45,750 interest on own debenture income transfer to profit and loss account. And this interest paid on own interest paid on debenture liability will also be transferred to profit and loss account on 31st of March 2017, 4,38,750. That will be transferred to profit and loss account. So liability at the end of there 45 lakhs. Interest income on own debenture transfer to profit and loss account is 45,750. Profit on sale of investment transfer to profit and loss account 6,000. Profit on cancellation of debenture transfer to capital reserve account 10,000. This is how accounting is being done. The most important point that students should remember in this type of sum, whenever you purchase own debenture, you pay the X interest price is a purchase price. You have to pay interest till the date of transaction. You have to pay interest till the date of transaction. Similarly, when you cancel the debenture or when you sell own debenture, the sales proceeds are to be credited to own debenture account. In case of cancellation, the face value of debenture cancelled is to be credited to own debenture investment account. And remember to write the entry for interest received on own debenture till the date of transaction, starting from last date of interest payment. So these are the important points that students should keep in mind. I have tried to explain this sum by repeating things quite often and again, just to make concept clear. So please excuse me for repetition, but in spite of that, I feel that you have followed all these things. All these things that you have followed, I have already written journal entries by explaining the transaction. Thanks to all.